there's an avodah of after the davening you say good morning one to another, and you could talk about it and go deeper and deeper and deeper, just like every chelik of avodas Hashem and of Torah. And these are neshamas that they daven together, especially if they're kavua and every day they daven together. But even if they're not kavua, but Min HaShamayim, they brought them together today. In this day, they brought these people together to daven together. 10 people are standing together and talking to Hashem, praising Him, asking from Him. There's a connection, and you have to acknowledge that connection by saying good morning to other person. Also, the mitzvah v'ahavta l'recha kamocha. Till now we were connecting to Hashem, and now we're going to connect to other Yidden. Not that I'm such a friendly person, not that I'm so connected to other Yidden. I don't know if I'm right to even speak about this subject. But let's all try to be mischazik together. Connecting to other Yidden, acknowledging Yisrael Iskulaso, the Klal Yisrael, that's Hashem's Skula. Acknowledging we were together, we did something together, we did a tremendous avodah together. Now we'll say good morning one to another. And I'm saying, and it's a general mitzvah of Tolarecha Kamocha. And it could have been also if you work in a certain place, in the end of the day, say good night, good night, good night. It's an avodah of acknowledging you're a person. It was a pleasure to be with you. It was a chus to sit together with you the whole day. And that you say good night to him. It's an avodah, and it's just like everything else. There's nothing light. There's nothing just kilachayad, kibederach agav. Everything is an avodah. Everything is serious. Everything is deep, deep, deep. And here I want to tell you a story. There was a certain person that has been seeing me for years and years. I don't know if I don't see him every day, but I've been seeing him around. I don't know too much about his background, but he seems to be about tshuva. And if not about tshuva, he comes from a modern Orthodox background. And when he sees me, my name is Daniel Kaplan. And he says, "Hey, good morning, Danny. How are you today? How are you, buddy?" Like that. And every time the same thing. That's his greeting. That's his good morning. Until it went by many years. Finally, once I gathered courage and I said to him, if it would be the rabbi of the neighborhood here, his name is Rabbi Reuben, would you also greet him like that? That's what I said to him. He didn't understand what I wanted. What am I saying? What I want from him? He said, I'm surprised that you... But when he said we're all Jews, I didn't understand what he wanted with that. I want to say like this. What bothered me? The greeting that people greet one another. It's a very serious thing. Just like everything is very serious. Going to the bathroom is also very serious. So you have to do it all carlebach. It's halachas, all these things. And to say shalom, to say good morning is also an avodah. But to make it, and to make so light out of it. Hey, good morning, Danny, how are you, buddy? That's making light of the whole avodah of saying good morning. It's like announcing to the world. The connection between us is superficial. It's light. It's meaningless. It's just something that the only way how we can express it is with humor, with lightness, and that's how we'll express it to you. And my connection with you, it's like saying my connection with you is not more than on the surface, not any deeper than superficial. This is our connection. This is how it's going to be. And this is how I'm going to greet you. Good morning, Danny. How are you, buddy?
Rabbi Kaplan,
What?
since you mentioned this, let me say over a few words from Rebbe Shlomo Carlebach. Oliver Shalom. He used to say, the one from the dancing rabbi, not the mashgiach, he used to say, the biggest affair in the world is to be shallow. Now, I don't know if it's the biggest, but that's what he used to say. Okay,
well, I'll tell you, that memory, you have to talk about, we have to discuss it and we have to examine it. What happens if somebody can't be anything more than shallow? What are you going to do then? Going to say Zabal?
He can't be. Such a person has to be shallow.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Okay, continue.
Right. So, there's the moshe, for example, in our neighborhood we have Rabbi Spitzer, Yakov Moshe Spitzer. Whenever I see him, he gives a smile. He says, "Oh, shalom, was macht ihr? How are you?" And you feel it's genuine, it's real. You feel the way he's expressing it, the way he's saying the way he's greeting you, the smile that he's giving you, is saying, we have a connection. There is a certain connection with you. I respect what you have, and you respect what I have. And I
excuse
really
me,
think you have something deep in you.
Excuse me, Rabbi Kaplan.
What?
I just want to tell our listeners, if they want to see him in action, Rabbi Spitzer, we have a 15-minute video of him explaining his stories from the Klosenberger Rebbe, who is right-hand man. So you can look it up in the Google, and you'll find Rabbi Spitzer, in case anybody is inspired.
Very good. So everybody once could watch him telling over the story. And it's also interesting that even though he's not a Talmud Chacham, definitely not, but he knows to recognize small nuances and to see the greatness in them. Wouldn't you say that?
Yes.
That
he may not be a Talmud Chacham, but he's a very smart man. And he has tremendous ideas of Torah also.
Yeah. So he was able...
And he learns. I found some of his Geniza, and I see he learns and he reads things, and he's a very special person.
Yeah. Well, he's been around the Torah world for many years. And he's more of a Askin, but he probably did a lot of things to help Yidden in his days, in his Askonas. And he told me that for 12 years he was the head of all the Mosdos of Tans. So I think you were there also when he said that, maybe. So anyway, when he greets me, I feel good. I actually feel good. It's like, for 5 seconds, he's stopping everything and he's greeting you. Of course, Reb Tzvi Meir Zilberberg is Alachas Kama V'Kama. And when he greets a person, and the same thing, the amahinover Rebbe, when they greet a person, you can feel that they're doing the avodah of greeting a person. They're taking out 10 seconds of their life, and they're putting them into concentrating on the other person. But when you say, "Hey, Danny, how are you today, buddy?" So what you're saying is, we hardly have any relationship. I'm just going to put on a show and show that this is the right thing to do. I guess we shouldn't complain too much. I mean, it's better than nothing. But I'm trying to bring out a point. Everything is serious and everything is heavy. Now, I want to get from here to the kin of the Mahamay Rutenberg that I've been talking about all the time. And give a look how he's talking over here. He's saying the Torah was given Be'esh Ochla. not just a story that we learn in Chumash. This is not just something that happened many years ago. If the Torah was on a sunnah base, was given in a fire that burns, it means that's what the Torah is. It's not just stories. It's not just something nice. It's not just something dramatic. It's a metzius. It's something that's happening. It's something that's here in front of us. The Torah, that is fire. And when you have a Gemara, he's not talking about a Sefer Torah. He's talking about a Gemara also. You have a Gemara, that's the Torah. That's how we learn Torah out of this Sefer. So that is a fire. The Gemara is a piece of fire. It's a flame of fire burning. Because that's how we learn Torah. And by the Maram Meruttenberg, that was a metzius. That was a reality. Ad kedei kach, that he came out with this kina. How could it be eicho nesuna beish ochlo tuka beish boser? How could it be? You can't understand such a thing. Maram Meruttenberg is living in such a high spiritual world. He sees the eish ochlo of Matan Torah. He sees it in the Gemara. He sees it when you're reading the Gemara. He sees the eish that was given in Matan Torah. That he can ask such a question. And he goes on further and he says, the Torah was given in fire. Was it given in fire so that later on a fire should burn? Should burn him. And that's the kina that keeps going on and on about this. Until towards the end he says, he asks, Esma lenafshi, he says, how could I taste the taste of food? How could it be? How could I taste food after I see what happened? That the Torah was taken into the street and burned like a yanidachas. Saying the Rishonim, the Kedoshei Elyon, they took everything so seriously. Everything is so real. The Torah was given by Ish, it's real. I'm sure that when the Maram Meruttenberg sat and learned, he saw the Ish of Matan Torah. He saw the Ish of Matan Torah in his learning. Like the Kamarner says that the Rashi and Toshus, they actually saw the fire of Matan Torah, the fire of Har Sinai. They saw it. And the same thing, all the tzaddikim, when they learn, and that's why you can understand that their Torah was makubal atzof kol Torah. Not everybody is zocheh to such a thing. How is Rashi zocheh to what he was zocheh? Rashi is the Torah itself. When you say learn Chumash and Rashi, there's even a Rashi Tevis by the Klozim Ches Vav Reish Shin Yud. The Shir of Rashi, Chumash and Rashi. It's obvious that by us that goes together. There's Chumash and Rashi. If somebody's going to learn Chumash without Rashi, it's obvious that he's missing something. How did he reach such a madrig? It must be because he saw in the Chumash, the Matan Torah, he saw the Ish that the Torah was given in, and because of that, and from such machshavas, from such agation, he sat and learned Chumash. So he was able to write a pirush in Chumash that stayed at self-closed doors. That was the krach of Rashi, and that means that's how we have to learn. All the tzaddikim and all the gedolim, we have to learn their Torah with this istaklus, with this look. I once heard a ma'aseh with Rav Chaim Shlomo Leibov V'Zeicha Tzadik Livrocha, that now it's in the middle of the year of Avelus on him.
Well, he was, by the way, he was the one that lived in my building on Rehov Slonim.
No, that was Zalman Not, his brother.
Okay.
Yeah, his brother also was the same kind of...
Rabbi Kaplan?